Hi guys, welcome back. Today I have a massive book haul for you. I've accumulated like 27 books over the past couple of weeks. Yeah, I have a problem. What can I say? Before I delve into the book haul, I just want to share with you two packages I received from fellow book vloggers here on YouTube. And I'll put links to both of their channels down below so you can go check out their channels. The first one is from Alicia over at the AM Writer. We did a ARC swap a while back, and so she had my address and everything, and she had recently seen something at a library sale that she thought I would like and went ahead and sent it to me very kindly. And actually, it is a Doctor Who comic book, which I was shocked that their library actually had this for sale. And it is in mint condition. It's an issue 2, and it has features Colin Baker, the Sixth Doctor, and Frobisher the Penguin. I've encountered Frobisher before, and I forgot. I think it was in like the standalone novels that came out once the show kind of went off the air after the 7th Doctor season. And I forgot the whole background behind him, but he's actually a talking penguin. He's a very strange character. But it's super cool. Like I said, it's in excellent condition, and it was very kind of her to send that to me. I do have a small collection of these, and I actually don't have this issue, so that was awesome. The other item I received from Bookaholics8991, her name is Jennifer, and she does this thing called pixel art, and she said she had made something that she wanted to send me. I've never heard of pixel art before, so I said, I was really curious, and she sent this to me. And when I opened it up, I just squealed because it was so awesome. And it is a tiny little TARDIS. And apparently it's these little circle things that I guess they interlock somehow, and you can make any kind of design. And this is just amazing. It is such a perfect representation of the TARDIS. It's super thin. And this is the back side of it. But I love it. It's got a little doorknob. It's actually even got where the sign would be, and kind of like up on the top, as you can kind of see the TARDISes up there. So this is definitely going to go up in my top shelf collection there. So thanks, Jennifer. That is awesome. So yeah, like I said, I have a massive book haul here for you. I may end up splitting this video somewhere if it seems like it's getting too long, and I'll just make it into 2 parts. But I'm going to go ahead and just kind of dive right into this. So I've gotten a variety of books from half-price books, book closeouts, library sales, and Barnes & Noble. So they're all kind of mixed together, and I've kind of done them in a bit of a theme rather than where I got them from. I'll just kind of mention it as I go. The first bunch is all graphic novels or manga. I have books 4, book 5, and book 6 in the Parasyte manga series. I've read book 4 already. It was awesome. It's about alien parasites that invade humans and kind of take control of their brains, and then they go around and eat humans. So this is sort of geared for like 16 and over. It's a bit gory, although it is black and white, but it's a really intriguing series, and I'm enjoying that so far. At my library sale, I found a copy of Scott Pilgrim, Volume 1. Never read this manga. Here it's really good, so got it for $2, so that was quite a deal. I found another one at the library called Mercury. It's by Hope Larson. And this is, it says it's set in 1859 French Hill, Nova Scotia. Josie Fraser has just met handsome Asa Curry, a man with a mysterious and traveled past. While quickly winning young Josie's heart, Asa reveals a secret ability to locate gold on Fraser's farm. But there is darkness in the woods and in Asa. In the same town, 150 years later, Tara Fraser is dealing with the aftermath of her house burning down, a house that has been in her family and Josie's for generations. So when Tara discovers a pendant that turns out to be much more than a simple heirloom, as Josie's story plunges into tragedy, Tara emerges with the promise of gold. This is a compelling combination of history and romance, marked with Larson's signature touch of magical realism. So it sort of like ties these two stories together from separated by many generations, and they're kind of told side by side, and it's a black and white comic. Again, I got it for like $2. Thought I'd give it a try. Then from Amazon, I ordered 2 graphic novels that sounded kind of interesting. This is called Revival. And the cover kind of grabbed my attention right away. It says it's a rural noir by Tim Seeley and Mike Norton. It's volume 1. And it's sort of set in Wisconsin, and it's like the dead come back to life. So typical zombie kind of comic. This is in color. So just kind of curious. I thought I'd give it a try. And this one sounded pretty interesting too. This is the new Deadwardians. I love that picture. Sitting there fixing his tie, and there's zombies all around it. And it's sort of like the dead are walking, and in the lower class, a lot of people have been turned into zombies. The upper class, in order to kind of prevent this from happening, have voluntarily become vampires. So it's sort of like the walking undead meet the walking dead. So, and this main character is a detective. And it's set, like I said, in Victorian England, and he's a detective at Scotland Yard. So it's in full color. And just the whole concept of it, you know, vampires and becoming vampires to prevent becoming zombies. It sounded kind of interesting, so I'm looking forward to that one. And they had one copy left of this at Half Price Books. It's Uglies. Or no, this is Book Closeouts. By Scott Westerfeld. It's Uglies, Shay story. And I had wanted to read this. It's just sort of a graphic novel told from the point of view of Shay during the first book of Scott Westerfeld's series. And I was really curious to read this, and luckily, like I said, they had one copy left. Then I have a series of middle grade books, and the first one is just one that helps complete my collection so far. This is Theodosia in the Eyes of Horus, and it's by LaFevers. This is book 3 in the series. I now have all of the first 4 in, I think there's only 4 so far, in hardcover. They're really cute stories about a girl whose father is a curator of a museum, and she can sense evil from the objects that they bring back, and she's able to kind of get rid of that evil. And there's kind of a group that wants to use the evil for their own benefit, so she's sort of in battle with them, and this is her cat Isis, who kind of follows her around and plays a part in the stories. At Book Closeouts, I managed to find a copy of Professor Gargoyle. This is the first in the Lovecraft Middle School series. I've heard a lot about this. It's put out by Quirk Books. Lots of illustrations throughout the book. Sounds like a lot of fun. I enjoy reading middle grade books, you know, every once in a while just for a little lighthearted reading. And like I said, I heard some really good things about this, so I'm looking forward to diving into that. This one I saw coming into my store a while back, and I kind of passed on it, but I saw it at Book Closeouts, so I got a good deal, so I went ahead and picked it up. It's Gustav, Gloom, and the People Taker, and it's got the coolest cover, so it's sort of like a like a little tombstone there, and I love the way you can kind of see through it. And it says Gustav Gloom's neighbors think he is the unhappiest little boy in the world. But what they don't know is that the strange dark house Gustav lives in is filled with more wonders and mysteries than could ever be explained. But explained is exactly what Gustav needs to do when Fernie Watt moves in across the street, and that's when the adventure really begins. When her cat chases his own shadow into the Gloom mansion, not only does Fernie get lost in Gustav's house full of shadows, but she also finds herself being chased by the mysterious People Taker. With Gustav's help, Fernie must save herself, her cat, and ultimately her family from what lurks in Gustav's mansion. And it just sounds like a lot of fun. Like I said, the cover really drew me in. There's illustrations throughout the book as well. And I know there's a second book out already, but this is the only one that they happen to have. And I went ahead and snatched it up. I also got an advance copy. This came into the store the other day. It's How to Catch a Bogle by Jinks. And this is coming out in September 2013. It's put out by Houghton Mifflin Harcourt Children's Books. And it's set in Victorian London. Orphans must do the most dangerous and unsavory jobs just to survive, which is why young Bertie considers herself lucky to be apprenticed to Alfred the Bogler, a man who traps and kills monsters for a living. It is far better life than mudlarking for flotsam in the stinking Thames, or tossing things from even stinkier sewers. Sure, Bertie's job is dangerous, since she is the bait for monsters who love a tasty child for dinner. But she's fast and light on her feet, and she can sing like the bird she's named for, so no Bogle is ever going to catch her. Or so Bertie thinks, until the orphans of London start to disappear. And so begins a spooky and spectacular new trilogy from award-winning author Jinks. You can kind of see the monster there. Sounds pretty fun. Don't think this one... This just has like a little illustration to the beginning of each chapter. And then there's like a map in the beginning. And there's one other picture in there too. So, yeah, sounds like fun. I picked up this children's book by P.J. Bracegirdle, The Joy of Spooking, an Unearthly Asylum. I found this at my library sale. and it just seemed like a cute little horror kind of story. I'll go ahead and read the synopsis. Joy Wells spends all her time investigating paranormal activity around her hometown of Spooking. So when she hears strange noises coming from the abandoned Spooking Asylum, she's fascinated. Joy knows all about the legends and the stories that surround the place. But could it be that the old asylum isn't abandoned after all? Then her pet frog Fizz becomes trapped behind the walls of the asylum, and Joy must mount a rescue operation. But will she get out alive, or will she be trapped in the unearthly asylum forever? So, it sounded really cool. And then just yesterday, I came across 2 hardcovers at the library. They're both middle grade, and they both sounded really good. This is Plain Kate by Aaron Bow. And I got this one for 25 cents, so I couldn't pass it up. It says, Plain Kate lives in a world of superstition and curses, where a song can heal a wound and a shadow can work deep magic. As the woodcarver's daughter, Kate held a carving knife before a spoon, and her wooden charms are so fine that some even call her Witchblade, a dangerous nickname in a town where witches are hunted and burned in the square. For Kate and her village have fallen on hard times. Kate's father has died, leaving her alone in the world, and a mysterious fog now covers the countryside, ruining crops and spreading fear of hunger and sickness. The townspeople are looking for someone to blame, and their eyes have fallen on Kate. Enter Linnae, a stranger with a proposition. In exchange for her shadow, he'll give Kate the means to escape the town that seems set to burn her, and what's more, he'll grant her her heart's wish. It's a chance for her to start over, to find a home, a family, a place to belong. But Kate soon realizes that she can't live shadowless forever, and that Linnae's designs are darker than she ever dreamed. So I thought that was really cool that she makes a deal to give away her shadow. This got a super cool cover. She's like walking along the rooftops. Like I said, for 25 cents, I couldn't pass it up. Along with this book, let me check my time here. This will probably be my last book in this one. This is Dark Side by Tom Becker. And that's Dark Side in this side and Light Side in this. And see, it's all boarded up on the back. It has a super cool cover. And actually, when you open up this front dust jacket, you can see this on the back. Oh, that's kind of cool. And it says, dark alleys, dangerous tunnels, creatures of the night. There's no place like home. Jonathan Starling's home has been attacked. His dad is in an asylum. Seems to be a theme here. He's running for his life, and there's nowhere to hide. Jonathan has stumbled upon London's greatest secret, Darkside. Incredibly dangerous and unimaginably exciting, Darkside is a place where vampires and werewolves walk the streets. It's a world of nightmares and deadly secrets, and Jonathan has to find a way out. So that sounded really, really cool to me. That's the inside back flap through. And I don't think there's any illustrations through this. No. But, yeah, first of all, the cover was a definite attention grabber. It's 25 cents. The plot sounded awesome, and I couldn't pass it up. So I think I'm going to leave it at that and call this part 1, and because we're already heading into like 13 minutes. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all in part 2. If I can close the computer.